Well, it's Tuesday the 18th of September, and I'm just getting ready to go to Cassien on Saturday, doing some preliminary packing. I was scheduled to go to Harrow this afternoon, but I've come back to the office, sort things out. That would have been my last trip. But with the world in turmoil after last week's terrorist attacks, and this afternoon them scheduled to give Bin Laden back, if they don't, anything can happen. But all being well, I'll go off Saturday morning. And I'm really looking forward to it, Cassien revisited, so to speak. So I'm going to do a video diary, hopefully more fish on it this time round, less talking. So that's where I'll stop the video now. This is all going into the bag. And the rucksack, which hopefully they don't lose this time. Well, it's mid-afternoon on Saturday. I'm just going over the bridge on the North Arm. Haven't had an easy drive here. The lake is packed. Everywhere you look, points are taken and the swims are gone. So we're off at the supermarket now, get some food, go back, pick up my gear, and I'm going to where I've got a bit of scope. This is my driver, Stefan, who I met last time. Just going into the supermarket now, get some grub. Hey my boy! Hey! Got our grub now. Plenty of food for me, huh?
Yeah.
All for me. And we're just going back now to pick up my gear. There's my point down there. The lake is packed, as I was saying earlier. And I'm going to be fishing up where I fished back in May. Purely because it looks a bit quieter up there, and hopefully cut the fish off in that channel. But everywhere else you look, there's bivvies and anchors. I'm just coming up now to the road bridge, and although you can't maybe really see on this video, you know, the lake is very busy. Where I'm heading, so I'll get back now, jump straight in the boat and off we go. Well, just loading up the boat now, haven't got the wagon down to the edge, and I'm going to be setting off along the south arm, up, round, into the west, and up towards the sanctuary. Time now is 4 o'clock. Well, I've come along the south arm, I'm making my way up the west arm now. There's the famous road bridge. You can see where the water level's down, probably 6-7 foot there. I'm heading up towards there and round the corner, dog leg left. Coming up to my point now. The boys are fishing over there, all over the place with the boat here. Shooting into the sun, can't see it very well. That's where I was fishing the last night of my trip, Kevin Ellis Point. There's a guy there, Ray, I met up in the CAF from Surrey, fishing it. There's the swim I first fished when I was with Catfish Andy in May. Looking back, there's this point over there, and I'm heading now up towards the West Arm Sanctuary. Got a couple of hours of light before I get there. I've got to hurriedly set up. I notice everyone's fishing at their maximum casting range. Certainly most people are, and I think there's a bit of merit in me presenting carefully close in, just like Nigel and Jay were. And the fact that it's quieter up there makes me quite happy. It ain't like 6 anglers competing for all the same fish. And who knows what the holiday will hold. Just hope for one thing for sure, and that's it don't all kick off this terrorist crisis. Certainly put a dampeners on the start of the holiday, just thinking just what could happen. but I guess we've just got to get on with it. Nothing else we can do. So now coming to the Americas point, an area that I'm very familiar with from in May. That pontoon there was where the Swan was. That's where the Dutch boys was fishing, and Chris. That's the bay where he had the 41st cast. There I am heading towards, as dusk approaches, my swim for the next day or two, or duration of the holiday, who knows. Fishing isn't about patience, it's about anticipation of the event. Now we can start to see the swim from the water, from the boat view. You might be able to make those two boys out in the water. They was underwater when I was here last. But you can see why this area looks good, because you can cut the fish off. The other good thing about that bank is that you ain't disturbed by everyone who comes down during the daytime on that bank. Well, it's 8 o'clock Saturday night. Been on the road and up since 3:30 this morning. Journey was as ever simple as anything getting here. I'm tired. It's very busy here. I've come to the spot where Nigel was fishing in May, purely to aid presentation, try and cut the fish off and get away from too many anglers. I plan to do a couple of nights here. It's overcast, breezy, fairly mild. The fishing's quite slow. They seem quite widespread, but the lake is extremely busy, just as I expected it. But I've got 3 rods out now. Had fun and games erecting this bivvy as I did last time. Missing a cup of tea because I can't brew because the connector's missing, but I'm going to have a little bit of cereal, listen to the radio, give Al a ring and Chris, and call it a night. Get up in the morning, have a little look around, and go over and meet some boys from up north who are going to cook me breakfast. So I'm going to have an early night, and let's see how we get on overnight. Well, it's Sunday morning and I'm stuck in my bivvy because it's peeing down out there. I ain't had a cup of tea, I'm hungry, I'm dehydrated, never had a bite last night, didn't hear anything. And my gas stove's not working because the connector's missing, so I'm getting on to Martin, everyone's shipped round. You can hear the rain hitting the bivvy and it's grim, can't get any worse. Well, this is the scene at 10:30 this morning on Sunday. The first day at Cassien, having done the night. I need to have a wash, I feel like Robinson Crusoe already. The rods are just down there. Different autumn terrain now. Bring back the sunshine. Got to start motivating myself now. Feeling a little bit dour. There's my bed for last night. I've got loads of grub, nothing to cook it with, so I'm going over to see the boys. Hopefully they'll sort me out. It's now 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon. I've freshened up a little, got the 4th rod out finally. The rain has been relentless. Easterly wind. The first rain and easterly wind they've had for ages, so it don't bode good at the moment, but let's not be negative. I'm going to walk up and see Lockie's friend Alphonse, who I think's round the bay, and put them out for the evening about 6:30, go and have some tea with the northern lads up there, and hope for the best. The Poisson Chat and the Crays are proving murder. I haven't had any problem because I've been popping right up. But the boys lost all their baits barring a couple last night, so you've got to be mindful of that or you'll have no bait on most of the night. Those clouds just don't seem to be letting up. I was hoping for rain when I was here in May, it was so hot. Now I'm praying for sun. Well, Sunday mid-afternoon, it's calmed down a bit. The weather's looking slightly brighter. Just going to go up. Don't want this video to be like a repeat of the last one, just minus the fish in the river. This was Nigel's bivvy spot.
That, if you remember, was the twigs he had across to stop the wild boar coming down to the lake. And here's where he had his kitchen, just there. You can tell they was here a long while. And that's where we had our dinner. I'm just going to go around and look at the sanctuary, which is quite a lot different now. Got a very familiar feel to it, this walk. But as I was saying earlier, I plan come tomorrow morning, if I haven't had any action by then, we'll definitely be moving. Typical Cassien snags. You just look at this terrain here. Half that's underwater when the water's up high. Just come around here to look at the sanctuary, see if there's any sign of fish movement. This is to the left of where I'm fishing, so there's the buoys and I'm round that corner. So I've got a bait just down between here and where that yellow buoy is. Those trees at the end of the sanctuary are a very familiar landmark on many a Cassien photo. Coming back now to my swim. It's calmed down now. At least the rain has stopped. It's still mild. Could do with that easterly wind stopping and all. Well, it's Sunday evening now, about 9:15, and I think I forgot just how long the nights are come this time of year fishing. But I'm sitting here, just had dinner with the Northerners, and feeling quite philosophical, listening to the radio, and I may as well be on another planet, unless you listen to the radio of what's just happening in the world right now. And although there's still a lot of talks going on, you know, it's a funny old time. And but that said, maybe one or two fish will just clear me head. At the moment, you're up against it. You can't keep a bait on the hook for the puss-on chat and the crayfish. And I'm fishing pop-ups, as I was saying, fishing pop-ups about a foot off the bottom, and tigers on one rod, got 4 rods out, spread out. But come tomorrow morning, if I haven't caught anything here or there's nothing encouraging, I'll be packing in the boat very quickly and moving off up further up the west arm towards the south, and have a look up there, mainly to kickstart. I think 2 days in a spot and no sign at all, that's more than enough, and by moving swims it sort of kickstarts you again. But hopefully overnight, come the morning, I'll turn the video back on and I've had one. Time will tell. This storm's right over my bivvy now, and I've got a bite, and there's no way I'm going to strike it. I can't believe it. We can go there as soon as I don't know. So this storm, I see it coming. It's come. It's it. It's gone. Oh, dear. I don't know what I run out, hit that rod after it had stopped, but there's nothing there now. Gutted. It was just over an hour ago we had that storm, and I had that bite. Turning out to be a calm morning now, thankfully. Just hope that we get some decent weather. It'd be nice to dry out. But despite having that bite, and I don't know what it was, you know, whether it was a carp or what, I don't feel inclined to be fishing here today. I need a change of scenery. It's now coming up about 8 o'clock. Stefan's coming down with some bits for me at 9. I'll be away from here by midday unless something happens. Bailed the boat out and all. Just held the water out that thing, but the water was coming down a little hill and straight through me bivvy. Nightmare. Shot. Well, that's where I was fishing, up there on that point. I've now moved about 300 yards down, 400 yards to another point. So there's the Northern boys there, and here am I. Still in the vicinity, because I think some fish may be coming up here, but I just had to get out of that swim. You know, have a move and kickstart myself. From what Martin says, the lake's pretty quiet all round, although sometimes fish come out and you don't get to hear about it for a couple of days, so you just never know. I've yet to cast out, I've just got here, I'm just setting up now. A couple of markers there, 15 to 20 foot, beyond that is 30 foot. I've got a couple of French guys fishing around the bend there, but they're not in a position to cut me off, I don't think. The rig now, he's definitely got to be popping up off at least a foot, because of the poisson chat and the crays. They're muller and hook, and that's my light swimmer rig. Bent hook Cassien, tied on the back of a split ring. It's 20 to 2, and got all 4 rods out now, 3 out here, 1 up the bank there right in the margin. It's now Monday, done 2 nights. Last night I had that take, but you never know what it was. It roared off, but there's no way I was going to risk striking and holding a carbon rod in that storm. But I needed to move, and I haven't moved far, moved about 400 yards up, but it's pretty slow fishing all round from what I can make out, and I'll give it a night here. Nothing occurs, then I'll be shooting off somewhere up the west arm, that end, or the south arm. But yeah, so far I just need a fish now to really sort of kickstart me. I'm fishing close in round on this point, sort of 20 foot deep. Beyond that it goes out to 30 odd foot and quite snaggy. Lots of little ravines, so you're not quite sure where your bait is. So I'm fishing close in, good presentation, and see how we get. Garlic flavoured chickpeas. I'm not too happy about the tigers I got, much happier with those. Come on, just one of them, get spinning. On the signpost behind me, people wrote what they've caught, and I've just noticed there's old Chris, who was fishing here last time I was here. Old Shush, his email address. Some good catches there by the looks of things. And there, Wow, in there. Got baby ones there. Oh, 20 kilo. Woo! Just pan round again. There's the America's point. Got the fourth rod out up there. What's that, pterodactyl? There's my fourth rod. Three rods there, marker out there. Only close in, another marker there. Just round that corner was where I was fishing the first 2 days last time. Doing my best to dry out the bait that Gatesy made me. It's a bit soft, and although he said don't dry it right out because of enzymes and that, sod the enzymes, just got to get past the crayfish and the press on jack. If I pan around the margin here, you can see, you get quite a good impression from the steepness of the bank you're fishing, the sort of depths you're likely to get, because it shells away very quickly here, and less quickly around there, which is where the shallower water is. That far bank's got a sort of sheer bank, so you can expect it to be going off to sort of at least 30 foot deep straight away over there. And where the boys are fishing, it shells off very gradually, as it was where I was, to about 15-18 foot. You can see that it's a gradual bank there. There's the boat that Thunderbird's boat Chris was messing around with last time round, still there. Well, I started off here. Did Saturday night, Sunday night. Moved here this morning. If I don't get anything tonight, then I'm going to be looking at going round this area. If it's too busy, I've then got to head back into the south. So hopefully, get a chance here tonight. I hear that's been the main area where the fish have been coming out last few days, and certainly the North Arm last week. Fish finder. Glad to say it's been a nice day today. It looks like it could be a nice evening as well. Be going over for tea with the boys shortly. Set up the bivvy earlier, which is why back up here, just in case it did kick up with the wind and that. I was out of it. Got to say, this is much simpler. It's what I'm used to. That's me home for the night. Nash profile. Not as good as the Aqua, but certainly a lot better than that bloody thing I had yesterday. So hopefully get a bite in the night, come zooming out of here, run down here, trip over there, only joking, fall down here, and either hit them or then run along here and hit that one. Time will tell. That marker's only about 15 yards out. That one's about 20 yards to my right. It's a good presentation. That's the important thing. It's a nice warm breeze now. Feeling a lot more confident now. Just need the fish to move in. Location is everything here.
Tuesday morning, mist and a blank night.
it's Tuesday morning, about 9:30, and I'm going to have a cup of tea, bit of breakfast, get my gear together and move on up the west arm towards the south. I'm getting itchy feet now in the west arm, especially this end, but it remains to be seen just where you can get in up there, because apparently it's very busy. So yeah, have a bit of breakfast, and I think Cassien, it occurred to me this morning, is a great holiday when you're catching, an endurance test when you're not.
It's occurred to me that building site over there ain't got much further on from when I was here in May. Just wonder if it's one of Wilkes's jobs. It's probably on there somewhere. Serious amount of pointing needs doing over there though. Anyway, I'm panning around now, I'm just getting ready to pack up from this swim now. Panning around to my left, the boys didn't have anything last night either, we didn't hear or see anything. It's going to be a glorious day. My rationale is that there's very few people on the south arm. There's a few of us here on the west and nothing's happening, so maybe the fish in the south and they're not being caught because there's no one fishing. So let's pack up. It'll probably take me an hour and a half to get up there. But as I pan around, it's going to be a nice day, and maybe this is what it needs the last 3 days. It's been the first sort of overcast rainy weather they've had for about 3 months, or even since I was here. It's now Tuesday, about 10 o'clock. Well, it's Tuesday midday, you wouldn't think it's the same lake. I'm at the point where the west and south meet. If I pan round to me right, that's from where I've came. That's up the west arm. Just round that corner's the bridge. I've rowed down here. As I'm rowing, well, got the outboard rather, it's getting windier and windier. Alphonse, Martin's mate's over there I was talking to earlier. I thought I might make headway up the south arm, but it's impossible. There's a fella just gone past me, I don't know how he's got up there. But I'll turn around and come here, and I'm glad I did now. That's looking up the south arm, and here is the bay. And the fish like corners, and here's a junction, and it's out of the way. There's not much being caught. That's Pierre's restaurant. And it's a strong southerly southwesterly wind, so I'm in the teeth of it. So I'm quite glad that I'm here now, but it's almost a different lake compared to where I was 2 hours ago. I'm going to have 3 rods out there. Not very far out by the looks of things. And I'm going to have my 4th rod down by that rock, somewhere out right into the bay. Chances are they could be there. I've got little plimsolls on, and there's this rocky terrain. As I pan round me, I don't know where I'm going to put the bivvy. Look at this terrain, crikey. Snide. Drop in at the seaside. Tuesday afternoon. Wind's getting up even stronger now. Come on, Snide. There's me Geordie mates.
Not fucking Geordie. Red white, not fucking black and white shades.
So there's those fishing opposite me, Andy and Jeff. They're now looking to do a move as well. They packed up a couple of hours after me. Big white arse. You don't get no.
It's clean.
You don't get no sun up there, do you?
No. Perpetual darkness.
Yeah.
With all that sunshine.
It's grim up there.
It's clean. I made my way for it this morning.
Well, it's 5 o'clock and about half an hour ago I had a drop back on my left hand rod and played what felt like a good fish for 10 minutes and it snagged. I'm absolutely gutted. It's plodding along, one of the big plodding tight fish. I couldn't take to the boat because it's too windy out there. But I'm choked. I was casting in line with those biggies over there. And it looks mad for it. I hope I made the right decision now and get another chance because the wind's pushing in here, it's quiet here. And maybe this is where the fish are coming because of all the pressure. But you've got to convert them and I'm absolutely gutted. One fish here can make an holiday worthwhile. And I've blown it. My first Cassien fish of the session. 2 takes within about 3 hours. I think the fish are out there. And Alfonso from Solar is here to take the picture. I am really pleased. He's a glorious fish and fight really hard. But I wish I caught the other one as well. But I have another chance, I hope. Beautiful Cassien carp. I take the other side, Alfonso. Beautiful. I am so pleased, huh?
Yeah. Nice fish. Oh. Big fighter.
Big fighter. There we are.
Oh, nice.
He's okay, yeah?
Yeah.
Really, really pleasure. Maybe we take a quick picture with camera. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Well, I'm right chuffed having put that fish back now. It's approaching 7 o'clock. I can't see this wind letting up, so I'm going to be putting the left hand rod out 10 yards, the middle rod not far beyond that, where I had the fish, and the right hand rod similar position. But I'm not going to get out in the boat and bait up, so I've got a catapult. So I've got a fish in close anyway. And that rod, again, catapult distance, probably 10 yards if I'm lucky. They've dried nice and hard now, the baits. Sod the enzymes. Gatesy. I just hope I'm paying Ken double for them boilies. That was our agreement if I caught a big one. This is the netting that Alfonso gave me all the way from the tackle box. Just when you think you've bought everything, that's invaluable to stop the craze and the press on chat. Ta-da!
Big shit.
Yeah, he's clever, Stefan. I've got the night shot on now, it's actually quite dark, it's 7:45. So, anticipation, the joy of angling. There's a pan round, who knows what the night holds. History could be in the making. I'm absolutely elated though that I've caught one. Disappointed I lost what felt like a big one, but we shouldn't look gift horses in the mouth. It's very patchy here at the moment, lots of blanks going on. So I'm going to have some dinner now, listen to the radio, a happy man. Home for the night.
Well, it's 9:30 Tuesday night, and been lovely to get another opportunity. I'm right made up that I've had that chance. Disappointed I lost that fish, but I'm halfway through the holiday, and the endurance test is becoming more a holiday. So I'm going to get my head down for the night and hopefully get woken with a bite. Time will tell. It's 20 past 3, and about an hour ago had a tremendous fight from a fish which is in the sack for the morning. Mirror. Given up on guessing weights when you catch them at night and in a hurry and one thing and another, but it's like, because I'm really pleased. I also had another fish earlier that I put straight back, which was about 15-16 pound. So halfway through the holiday, it's turning out to be a really good one, and I'm really pleased. The wind's died down now, it's died right off, and maybe that's a bad thing where this swim's concerned, because I think it was the wind coming from the two arms into this corner that put the fish here in the first place. But we'll see, won't be negative. Got tomorrow's Wednesday, going home Saturday morning, and it's turning out to be a great session at Cassien. It's Wednesday morning. I've caught what looks a fish about 20 kilos midnight last night, and had another one about 8 kilos, which I put back. So, I'm very pleased. The holiday's going well. It's a lovely fish. He's going to be very lively, this fish, huh? Yeah. Very lively. Which way? Put it underneath? Yeah. So zero the scales, and I take the weight off the sack, yeah?
Yeah.
Is on zero?
0.
Yeah? Ah, how big? 32 and a half. How many kilos? Oh, it's 32 and a half pounds. Yeah?
Yeah.
32 and a half. Less, it's not as big as I thought. He's 32 and a half less the sling. Whatever this way.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Observations or...
32 and a half. Yeah. 32 and a half. Ah. So, he's about, we weigh him, weigh the sling. The water? fisher.
Kevin?
Oh, you're beautiful, huh?
Yeah.
Thought you looked bigger. You got a blind eye.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back.
No good, no good.
It's okay?
No, Kevin. Photo no good.
Just
Yeah.
zoom. Hold the shutter.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's okay?
Yeah, it's okay, Kevin. It's okay, it's okay.
Yeah? Right, let's put it back.
Oh, nice.
One kiss, Kevin, for the fish.
Little bit, yes.
Alphonse, can you get over the fish and see him swim away?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Kevin.
he's
And?
come back for me. He's coming back.
Oh. Where's fish?
Over there.
Let's have a look at the camera.
Nice.
You use this to...
Yeah. No, but it's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Still a lovely fish.
Yeah.
I thought it was bigger,
Yeah.
but in the night and everything. But and I like fishermen. I tend to make it bigger. But it's very good. I'm very pleased. So now we catch his grandfather.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good.
Well, it's Wednesday morning. I've just put that fish back. And as always, I tend to think they're bigger than they really are. But that's one of the joys of frantically fishing on your own, I think. It's funny, I was thinking that time I was with Petey on the Orient. We had a fish in the sack he had, which we would have thought was massive. Turned out to be 25. Don't know if it's a psychological thing or wishful thinking. But it's a few days to go yet. And what contrast to yesterday. Gears all over the place. So I'm going to tidy up now. Got an echo sounder out, lightly bait up, have a shower, have some breakfast and sunbathe.
I'm just about to have a shower, wash now. Takes your breath away. Told you it weren't easy being me. Oh, that was a lovely wash, that was. It's going to be a glorious day by the looks of things. And I'll have some breakfast now, dry up, have a change of clothes, make some calls, make sure the office is fine, and sunbathe. It's just, what did I say a couple of days ago? Great holiday if you're catching fish, endurance test if you're not.
Just spoke to Lee, Mark and Tidorf at the test the weekend. Well, it's Wednesday mid-morning, Catfish Andy's due here. We'd gone to Shanty, and then one of the rivers that was in flood, so he's coming straight here. It's very busy here now, there's them two guys opposite me. There's anglers all over the place now. And over there where Alfonso is, a guy's just moved in on the point. Showing a bad bet, but he's there. Alfonso's friend George, then Alfonso, and some French and Dutch guys up there. It's very busy. Apparently most of the people moved out of the North Arm. Nothing occurred on the snide. Just going to put a couple of markers out now, put some chicks and a few boilies around there. Catfish Andy's turned up, he's going to my right. So it's now Wednesday midday, and baits have been out since midnight. A couple of little bleeps but no action. The lake's calm, it's hot, in the mid 70s, and I'm going to go out there with the echo sounder and see what sort of depths I've got out there, but I think I've probably got 35 foot by the feel of things. Well, I've got to go and put some more line on my mark because I've got 69 foot there, 61, out where I'm fishing. Crikey, it's gone off the scale. 67, 71. Crikey. 81? No, you can't be fishing in 81 foot. Getting me markings. This is about where I was fishing. 80 foot. Something's wrong here. Got to get my head around this. Well, I'm going to check this echo sounder, but it's a very snaggy bottom. and I'm only 25 yards from the bank. Well, I've stuck one marker out and I guess it's about 30 foot. The echo sounder said 100 foot, so something's gone wrong with it. It's frustrating because I wanted to bait up and get it all, but I have to wait now for I'm about, I guess, from my rod about 40 yards out. Wait for Stefan. Well, it's midday and I had a screaming take on my left arm with my snide rod, and as soon as I struck it, it was snagged and the line parted. And I wonder whether there's merit in just letting it run and jump in the boat and not exactly strike until you're out nearer them, because out in the echo sounder it's definitely very snaggy out there, which is probably one of the reasons why the fish are here, out of the way from all the pressure. So you know, the tackle's 15 pound lead core there, 3 or 4 ounce lead, pop up, and but yeah, I don't know what to do for the best now. That's the 5th take I've had in this swim, and 3 fish. So I've got my work cut out, I think. Boat's at the ready now. I'm just going to let it take the line off the clutch, pin the boat and get after it. And he's now arrived with his gear. Jackie's up at the supermarket, I think. Grub's up tonight. Proper grub with these boys here. Lost that fish about an hour and a half ago, and he's just setting up to my right. Let's see how you pack it, huh?
Pack very loose, like my women.
Could do with one of them right now.
And these are the boilies that you catch the big fish on.
What are you after?
Bream.
Poisson chat.
I just brought them with me because I had them.
You're specimen hunting for poisson chat. Just because they look like
I've had them out
catfish.
for 10 inches, you know.
Have you?
And the poisson chat.
This is a hummingbird. Georgia's got Alphonse's friend. It does 3D and the depth. It's a very good one. Well, you can take me out around the markers. Good friend of Solar. This is more like it. Going out towards my marker now. So there's my marker, and I've got 12 metres there.
Yes, okay.
13 metres is good, huh? And then going over to the other marker now. Gradually dropping off. This is a much clearer one than the one I've got. Gonna get one of these. Now it's on 3D, not sure how to read it. It all looks very clever if you know what you're doing. Sandy putting his markers out to my right. It's about 7 just gone, I think. Jackie's doing dinner. I lost that fish midday today. It's been a glorious day. We're in for a cold night apparently, and warm again tomorrow. I just might consider moving tomorrow if we don't get anything tonight. I'll certainly move the last night if we don't have any. All 3 rods out. And snide. Round to the left.
It's 8:30 Thursday morning now, and nothing occurred last night. I heard a couple of fish jump to my right, but I don't think the fish are in this bay anymore. So the sun's just coming up over the hill now. Gonna let everything dry out from the mist. Have a wash and some breakfast, and have a little wander around, see what's happening. And I fancy a move midday if I can find somewhere to go. But the advantage this swing does have for this little area is it's a bit quieter than a lot of the other parts of the lake, and a bit of a sanctuary for the fish, I think, with all the pressure on the lake. So I just might end up staying here, but could end up moving.
It's just gone 8:30, the sun's coming up. I'm at that stage in the morning where I need to freshen up and bite the day on the backside. But it's a very quiet night. It promises to be a nice day. I've got to be on my toes, I think. Got to work hard on these holidays. Quite windy breeze blowing into this bay, coming down from the west arm. I had my markers out there, a few chicks on one, a few boilies on the other, because I ain't got a lot of boilies, but B, I don't need a lot. Although the first day I was there reminded me very much of that, or the first day in this swim reminded me very much of that Orient trip with Petey when wind was blowing into our bay. If we'd have got more weight and got the rods out there, we'd got a lot more fish, but the wind and everything conspired against us. But that's fishing for you on these big lakes. The logical song, I can relate to that. It's not easy being me. Come on, fish. Just got to have my first cup of tea of the day. It's gone 9 o'clock. A couple of German guys. One of them come along, said hello last night. Fellas. Pierre was up there. Practice me German. Just for the back home, I've got a heart. Fed that dog with some coq au vin. Stray dog, but it's very friendly. Mateus has come down here, and his mate. He's a nice guy. Fishing up from us. Just saying, difficult to know where to go. It's been here a few days, lost one. Alphonse came over this morning. He was saying he's been here 9 days without a bite, along with his mate George. Very patchy. Lots of guys blanking. Well, it's Thursday morning. I was contemplating a move, then decided probably stay because there's nowhere to move to. Only to find 2 anglers have set up opposite me on the bay. It's not good. Knowing them, they'll be casting out all near me, but that's the pressure of casein, unfortunately, right now. And I'm just part of the pressure, I suppose. I'm going to have a wash, some breakfast, a few calls, have a walk up to the bridge, have a chat with the Germans, have a bite to eat with them. Alfonso's invited me for dinner this evening, an Indian curry over there with George. So I'm going to go over there, have a couple of drinks, mindful of not drinking too much, I might add. Provided I haven't moved by then. I haven't had anything last night. Might have been a couple of fish out, one opposite the bridge and one by the bridge. I'll go up there and find out what's happening, but in general the lake's very quiet. Breakfast. Andy's out there to my right. So there's a bit of pressure now, but I can't just think where to move yet. But the day's early, so it could all change by midday. Well, look, they're going to have 3 rods each. There's 6 rods in this bay, and I can just tell by the way they're setting up. Well, I've called them Dumb and Dumber. This is the luck element of casein. Hoping people like this don't move in on you. That snide rod now, I'm going to poke round the corner to the left in this bay here, just out of the way. That's for Dumb and Dumber. I'm sure they've been building them bivvies now for an hour and a half. I think they're using bricks and mortar. Unbelievable. Banging away, banging away. Crikey. Good job I'm a tolerant sort of bloke. Just going to jump in there, have a wash, and go for a walk. Getting a little bit stir crazy. It'd be nice to go for a walk, see some faces, have a look on the bridge, have a little wander around. Taking care of the office. Continue to do a nice project with a client of ours, which has come to fruition today. So I'm really quite pleased about that. Mobile phone and text messaging, life carries on. So I'm just drying out this sleeping bag. £8 from Argos, best £8 I've ever spent. Light, compact and warm. Albeit not a winter bag, but then we go fishing in the winter now. Come on fish. Come on boys. Just remind you, when you've had a blank night, you've got to make the most of them opportunities. I've lost 2 fish, had three bites, or 3 fish, lost 2 in this swim, space of about 12 hours.
It's Thursday midday. The wind's turned around somewhat, but really at the moment I can't think of anywhere to move. I'm having my breakfast stroke lunch, keeping to 2 meals a day. Big lunch, big dinner. So by the time I get round to washing and everything else, I've just had a nice wash and a swim in the lake. It was lovely. And it does help if the weather's nice here, because it can be hard work if it's raining the whole time. I certainly wouldn't want to be coming here November, December, you know, the winter months. You know, I think May, early June and this time, it's a good time to come. And as I was saying earlier though, when you get the opportunities here, you've got to convert them. It's like fishing at home, you're on arrow. You know, you get a bite, you've got to make sure you land it. The circumstances were such I couldn't go out in the boat that first take I had. I keep thinking, you know, it was a good fish that. And you only need 1 fish here and it's the right size fish, and wow, you've had it off.
A couple of guys fishing on the the second swim I fished. Just come up for a ride round with Andy, so I'm standing on America's Point now looking up the West Arm. It's Thursday afternoon. We've got 2 nights left. Might contemplate a move, play it by ear. So I spent my first couple of nights. There's no one in there now. It's actually looking quite a lot better up here now. And I'm thinking Ellis's Point is free. Quite a lot of this weed in some of the shallow margins, which I didn't notice in May. There's Andy observing the area he was fishing back in May, early June. Just drove along opposite my point now. I think they call this the Blue Boat Swim, where you can drive right down. My point's free, I might contemplate going on there. It's Thursday afternoon. Andy and I just having a drive round. Could it be a lucky omen for me again? Last couple of nights. We'll see. There's my point from a different angle now. We're up on the road. It was down to the right earlier in the bay. You can just make out the plateau. If I adjust the polarising lens, you can just see it. Yeah, you can just see it. There it is. And it breaks in the middle, and it's also there. So you've got a channel running between the two. At more or less an 11 o'clock position from the swim. That's looking up west arm towards the bridge. Coming back round to my point. And that's the swim I fished. First swim that I met Andy back in May. Just walking back to the car now. This is the terrain around here. This is the road bridge. The road takes you down to the bridge. There's my point from just further down. Again, you can see just having a look now at the bridge swim. Looking up the north arm. Girders in the lake. Crikey, as if there ain't enough snags. Drive you nuts fishing here though, unless of course you're catching. Just looking up the north arm now, standing by the bridge. It's a lot quieter here now from when I arrived Saturday. People have moved out of here. This guy's just moved in. I must say, French anglers, some of them come on a long way since years back. They've got better gear than a lot of us English boats. Plateau's the other side of that third pylon. I fish it from the other side of the bridge. Very visible now. Just asked Andy what the points are. So go on, say it again, Andy.
First point is where that log is sticking out there. I don't know whether you can see that on the vid. Second
Yeah.
point is where the tackle's been deposited now and the red boat is there. Doesn't
Yeah.
look much like a point, but it is.
Yeah,
The third point is the furthest point out you can see. Going
yeah,
round.
got it. Which is that one?
Once you pass the third point, north beyond.
Yeah, north beyond. Yeah, got it. Yeah, I've never fished in the North Arm End.
It's getting more and more popular.
Yeah,
Just be left alone a bit because it's so deep. It's
that guy was fishing my point for the last 3 days, hasn't had anything. He's just moved into that swim. Coming down now to see Martin, have a beer.
Outside the U.S. Embassy in Jakarta, Indonesia today, as some of its diplomats prepared to leave the world's most populous Muslim nation.
The bois de Cassien.
Predominantly Protestant police battled
Focal point for us
Protestant
fishing.
militants in the north.
So you've normally got a fish when you're on video, haven't you? Yeah, see, this is Lee. We met Nigel and Jay. You normally got something to say for yourself now, Lee. Now say it on camera. That's Lee, who I just videoed. He's been there since Saturday without a fish. come on Martin's trip. So just in Martin's having something to eat. This is the view which I've had before, looking along the south arm up towards where it joins the west. There's snow on those mountains in the winter. They could actually be good spots, those two islands. And so that's Lee on the right, there's no one on that one. And it was actually I think it was the small island I fished when I was here with Alan for a day or so. Mickey all come over. Just left Gerard's now. Having a nice chat with Martin. Kindly invited me out here to do a little talk in the winter, which I'll probably take up. Get a glimpse of the lake. It has been very slow here and there. Certainly seems to have fished better the last couple of weeks. Coming up now to the point where it joins the west arm. That's us over there in the background. Bridge. I think Rachel's in. That's us there. There's someone there with them. Just got back to the swim now, had a nice break from the lake, couple of hours. Decided to stay put here for today. Come back, got a couple of visitors between me and Andy. It's 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon. I decided to stay put the night. Guy moved off Ellis Point this morning, went in the North Arm. But if I haven't had anything tomorrow morning early, then I'm off. Whether it's Ellis Point or what, I'm off. Just recast. Fishing a couple short and one as far as I could chuck it on my right hand rod. And then my snide rod I've thrown way to the left now. Behind that rock. Over there somewhere. Not far out, probably no more than 10 yards from the bank. About 15 boilies round it. Baits are like bullets now, drying in the sun, and that's what you need. I'm just rowing over now to Alphonse, Lockie's mate. So I'm going diagonally. Here's my swim. There's Andy. And there's the corner that I'm fishing. And those two muppets turn out to be English. There's Pierre's behind them. And they're marking right over to my bank. So they don't want to be rowing their baits over there because I'm straight round there when I get back. Pair of bloody muppets. Anyway, let's go and have an Indian. It's now 6:30 Thursday evening. Just panning round. The lake is very busy and very few fish by the sound of things getting caught. Looking way up the south. I had a nice afternoon driving around, a couple of beers. Got a nice evening to look forward to. Go back and put the baits out. There's two German guys set up to our right near the road bridge. They had a small one yesterday. Sort of a south, sort of easterly type wind. Looking at the west arm now. I'm going into dark over there. They lose the sun in the afternoon. It's going to be cold over there. Yeah, just coming back to them boys, it's Pierre and Mateus. They are so keen, and their gear, they've got the best British gear you can imagine. They're really into it, some of these foreign guys. Good for them. Diagonally opposite me now. It's nearly 7 o'clock, having dinner with Alfonso and his mate George. They're good friends of Lockie. And yeah, sorted out a curry for us. I just can't look at his gear. I was saying about this guy's gear earlier. Look at this. Wow. Work of art, them indicators. God, indicators, look. And the armadillo bivvy, which is blinding. They're really good. If I'd done more nights, I'd get one of them. Yeah, it's got double skin on that. Crikey, I'm getting bored. Anyway, so nice dinner ahead. I'm going to go back and put my baits out. I wouldn't mind betting my point's gone come tomorrow. I hope I don't regret staying there today. I hope I get a chance tonight. I was sitting over there thinking, you know, I should move. I think you should move. You should. But I'll go and check if the swim's free tomorrow before I move. I'm moving anyway. But where? Who knows? My point's taken. There's a guy moving over there. It's a common sight at this lake. Everyone's swim hopping, I guess. George now, he's got a kitchen bivvy as well.
Dinner time, Kevin.
Wow, it looks so good. I don't know about this at home except on a Monday night with the boys. Rice, Indian curry.
A little bit salad.
Wow.
Carp, fillet.
Fillet of carp.
Fillet of carp.
Yeah.
What I say? What a big carp.
Friday morning. It's a misty morning. Got the fish last night in the sack. About 7 kilo. Shaking because it's so bloody cold. Unbelievable. See. Set a bread as well. And then it's about 7 o'clock. It's about 7. Putting that fish back when the sun's up about 8:30 and deciding what to do, whether to stay or move up to Kevin Ellis Point. It's just gone 8:30 and the sun's rising up in the east. Friday morning, and I'm just about ready to start packing up. So in the hour or so, make my way up to the point. Don't think the fish are here. We'll hide that straggler. Don't think anyone else has had anything. Sandy. Had a nice dinner last night over there with the boys. Looks glorious when that sun comes up.
Yep.
It's Friday morning. I had this fish about 2 o'clock this morning. about 16, 18 pound. Now I'm off up to quick one, and he's going to splash off.
I think so.
He's gone. Well, it's 11:15, and just turned up on Kevin Ellis Point, and just setting up, getting the rods all sorted. Kick-started myself. I put that fish back earlier. Unfortunately didn't get a shot of it, but it was a nice mirror, quite long, about 17 pound I would say, but that wasn't enough to keep me up. There's too much pressure up there, too many lines and that, and this has been a lucky swim for me on the last night on 2 occasions, so I thought I'd come up here, and after battle is there's no one around, and I'm going to be having 2 rods out here, one down in the margin up there, one down in the margin round here, basically fishing areas that ain't getting fished, which I think is important, especially when it's, you know, fishing this hard.
Well, I've just had a row out. I've baited up the rods, I ain't cast out yet. Put a marker out there about 60 yards, and I don't think there's much merit in trying to fish over the plateau. Certainly not on it. It's about a metre deep, but over the back of it you can still see it there. I'm going to go out in the echo with the echo sounder again, take the camera, just show you the terrain at the bottom, boys.
It's 11:30 now, just making my first cast. Been glugging the baits at stuff Gatesy give me, sort of Minamino type stuff. This one's going out to that marker. Bit short, but that'll do.
There's me snide, fishing to a marker that someone left behind. It looked good enough to me. I haven't put any bait out yet. Have another little go with the echo sounder. It's only a few foot deep between here and that plateau. Got 3 rods out either side that marker. It looks quite a good area. Cutting the fish off as they come round. I can't see them really coming through this very shallow water. Probably going around the back of the plateau if anything. But we'll see. I might just put one down here. Not very far out. Tonight. I was actually fishing up there. That's where I was putting the fish back in May. And there'd be Pivy way out there. See that plateau well now. Good. Very shy. weed and mussels and stuff. I don't think that weed's on there in the sort of May, June period, July. It's too deep. As it gets shallow, see it as I go round. There's my marker. So I've got sort of one short of it, so they come this side, and one and two the other side. It's carrying away the rice from the boilies. I'm actually out in the echo sounder on the plateau at Ellis's Point. See, I've got 1.4 metres, 2 metres, very shallow. About 50 yards now. 2 metres. Actually going to come off the plateau here. This is my right hand rod. It should start deepening off. So I've got 6 metres there. There's my marker. That's roughly where I want to be on my right hand rod. Very flat bottom there. Just before you come up to the plateau. Look at that, 2 metres there. My marker. It's just there. It's only 20 yards away. So I've gone from sort of 7 metres down to, oh, you can see 1.6 metres. We see the bottom. Yep. Boulders and mussels and weed and things. It's now a metre deep. You can see. There's stumps and God knows what out here. Well, it's now 5 o'clock and I just put that marker out. The right hand rod is in the perfect position, in line with that. That's where I want to be casting, in that dip in the trees. So my marker's just to the right of that, about 60 yards out. So I'm going to have one rod there. Don't want any over the plateau, just too precarious, but that one's as over it as I can get without the line laying over the plateau itself. And then the 3 rods on the marker there, between those little trees, or those 3 tall trees, and the slope that goes up. That's where the 3 rods are going to be in the line. So I'll start getting my baits ready and start re-tackling, cast out and put some bait out. There your problem, or part of it. Pass on chat. Right, the mini catfish they are. Just baited up, now going back to the swim in the sunset, cast out for the night. Wishful thinking, nice big. The last sunset on Cassien for a year, maybe 9 months. The last night, it's Friday evening, 7 o'clock, put the baits out, just about to have some dinner, have an early night and hopefully get awakened. We'll have time to reflect on the trip later, but I've enjoyed myself. Could this be a lucky swim again from the last night? Slight contrast to last night's gourmet dinner. Yeah. That's me dinner, cup of tea and that crap out the tin. Moon up there, just as I went to picture that I heard a fish jump out in front of those lads. Come on babies, come to Kevy, come to El. Just been looking at that snag to my right about 20 yards, can't pull it out, it's a scaffold pole. Fishing, you know, anyone fishing to the right of here, got that to contend with, amongst cars, boulders and everything else. Anyway, I'm panning around now, it's 7:30, just put a brew on. There's me snide, me boat at the ready. The sun's just set over them hills. Well, it's 8 o'clock now, Friday night, and I was just thinking, Al's on her way with Chris from Pizza Up after badminton. The boys are getting ready to go out, try and pull some birds, which is difficult if I ain't there. And I'm on Ellis's Point, Kevin Ellis Point, having had a great week. And keep thinking about that first fish I hooked. As I said, one fish can really make it happen here, because there's just so many big ones now, so many 40s and 50s. But you know, that's fishing for you, whether it's Cassien or even an easy lake at home, you lose fish. Yeah, it's been a good week, and I'm glad to be going home tomorrow. A week's enough for me, don't matter what I was catching. Started off, you know, daunting, but hard work and a bit of luck, you know, thanks to that wind not letting me get up the south arm, meant that I ended up where the fish were. But in hindsight, it was a good spot. Reminded me very much of the Orient with the rat. But anyway, so I had that bite in the storm. Then I had lost that one. I had 4 fish off that swim near Pierre's. The biggest one, £30 exactly. One about 22, and the others mid-doubles. And lost another one on the snide rod. And I've got the night to look forward to tonight. Set the alarm for 6:30 in the morning. It's going to be a very cold, misty morning, no doubt, as it was this morning. Got to be up at the cafe by 8:30. Bit of breakfast, and home. But hopefully, as I said last time in May, if this video goes back on again, could well be that I've... Here's a familiar view. It's 8:30 Saturday morning, and I'm on my way home. Just come to Gerard's for some breakfast, sort out Martin. Spent the night on Kevin Ellis Point, didn't have anything. 2 rods were snagged when I wound in. It's very snaggy out there. There were some fish jumping. I think Andy has moved on there this morning. There's Stefan, who looked after me all week, top man. Gerard's busted his sandals. There we go.
It's Sunday midday now, and I'm just reflecting on the trip. Just to recap, arrived at Gerard's about here on the Saturday afternoon, went round, fished the end swim before the sanctuary, although you can fish the sanctuary now. Fished there for 2 nights. The second night, that storm, that's where I had the bite and didn't hit it. Keeps playing on my mind now. After the second night, I moved up to opposite American Point here, spent 1 night there. From there, went round. So that was Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night. Then Tuesday moved round and fished in this bay here. Pierre's calf was there, so I did Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and that's where I had the fish. And then for Friday, back up to Kevin Ellis Point and did Friday night there. Saturday morning, rode back to Gerard's and home. Well, just going through that map there, on reflection it was a great week's fishing. Great in terms of having a good holiday, meeting some nice guys again, which you do at Cassien. Disappointed that it didn't get really amongst the fish. That first fish I hooked keeps playing on my mind. Felt like a very good fish. And you know, a couple of things you've got to bear in mind now. Cassien, very busy, pressured like hell. You can take the view, you move every couple of days if you don't get a bite. Alphonse, Lockie's mate, went in that swim. He's been in there 9 days without a bite, along with his mate George. One Dutch angler in there the week before, they had something like 15, 18 fish. So it can be very patchy. The fish go, there's loads of bait going in, so they ain't worried about bait anymore, them fish. So you can either sit it out, which works for some guys, or move, as I did. And I think there is a lot of luck. Despite what anyone says, there's a lot of luck fishing at Cassien. And whilst you make your luck most trips, if you're going once or twice a year, yeah, you're reliant on a lot of factors. Anyway, I had a great time. Look forward to going back next year. Probably only do 1 trip next year, and if I did, it would probably be the May trip. And then you'd have to choose your times carefully because of the spawning. All the fish could be tied up. You wouldn't get on them. The longer nights, I weren't so happy about. I like the short nights, and you know, on average, the much better weather. And May offers that. So equally, it's going to be very precious Cassien now.